Says right here, dead people prove chiropractic works. So most people have never heard of what's called the Windsor autopsies. And this should be headline news, but usually when I talk about people about this, they've never heard of this before. This is really pretty amazing and has everything to do with your health, your healthcare, your future, and your longevity. So this is a quote. This is Dr. Henry Windsor, a medical doctor from Pennsylvania. And he said, quote, chiropractors claim that by adjusting one vertebra, they can relieve stomach troubles and ulcers. By adjusting another vertebra, menstrual cramps. And by adjusting others, conditions such as kidney diseases, constipation, heart disease, thyroid conditions, and lung diseases may resolve. But how? Now, just to be clear, as chiropractors, we don't claim that we treat any diseases. We don't treat kidney diseases or menstrual problems or stomach problems. But we've had amazing results with all those, which I'll explain here in just a minute. So what he wanted to do is he got permission from the University of Pennsylvania to carry out his experiments, and he wanted to do dissections or autopsies on human and, in this case, cat cadavers to check this connection. And so what he did is he cut these animals open, these cats open, and these humans, these cadavers, and he looked and see what diseases that they found. So if the lung was diseased, or the kidneys were diseased, or the stomach was diseased, he would trace that nerve back to the spine, and he found 100% correlation between subluxated vertebra or misaligned vertebra and diseases of the organs. Now, can we say that a bad spine killed that person? Well, I don't know if we can make that exact connection, but we can say, hey, pressure here on this nerve causes disease to malfunction. And they may not have died from that specific disease, but it weakened their body, and over time, that's going to lead to, or at least attribute to, their deaths. Just like we just got done COVID here, I guess it's still ongoing, but what did they find? The sicker you are, the more likely you were to get sick and die. If you already had things like obesity and high blood pressure and low vitamin D levels, in other words, you were already in a state of dis-ease or lack of ease, you were more likely to get COVID and you were more likely to die. I know this sounds obvious, but the sicker you are, the more likely you are to get sick. The healthier you are, the less likely you are to get sick. So none of us are perfect, but I'm telling you, taking care of your spine can affect all these different areas. Why? Because what controls everything? The brain controls everything. And how does the brain get information to your body? Through the nerves. Did you realize that our nervous system, our brain and our spinal cord, is the only part of our entire body that's encased in bone? Think about that. It must be important, right? Your creator thought it was so important that it had to encase those areas in bone, your skull and your spine, to surround your brain and your spinal cord. You got your arm, you have muscle and fat and tissue, and then the bone's actually on the inside, but your nervous system is totally surrounded by bone, because we know it's the most important thing. This is why somebody can break an arm. Yeah, that's bad, but it's not a big deal compared to if you have a spinal cord injury. How can somebody become paralyzed? They didn't injure the muscles in their legs. Why? It's the communication. So taking care of your spine and nervous system, yes, we all want to feel great, but it is important for your health now and for your longevity. So please continue to take care of your spine. If you know somebody that has not got their spine checked, your husband, your wife, your kids at home, get them in here and get them checked. Find out what's going on, because it will affect their health now, but it'll affect their future longevity as well.